What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Team Chat Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jerrett Wilson, joined to my right by Rachel Mogan.
How's it going?
And to my left, Zachary Parks.
Hey.
In case you did not know, Team Chat Podcast is a video game podcast where we talk about games, the ones we love, the ones we hate, and everything in between. If you want to get in contact with us, you can do that by sending us an email at teamchatpodcast@gmail.com, following us on Twitter, liking us on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube and iTunes channels. If you want to support the show, you can do that as well by going to patreon.com/teamchatpodcast, where for as little as $1 a month, you can support the show, and in return, we will give you a cool perk like getting the episode early before its general release. If you don't want to do that, that's no big deal. We'll keep making the show week after week because we love doing it, and we love giving you great video game content. Again, though, that is patreon.com/teamchatpodcast.
You need to learn that circular breathing technique, where you can just continue to breathe as you're talking, so that you never have to actually take a breath.
I notice sometimes whenever I talk to somebody and I'm nervous,
now.
No, not now. Like I'm fine now, but like I really hate small talk with people I don't know that well.
Yeah.
And so like if I'm ever especially I notice it when I'm out on like jobs or something like that, and I'm working with a client or something that I don't know that well, and I have to ask them something or something like that. All of a sudden I just like start talking, then realize I ran out of breath really quickly.
And they're
Jerrett,
like, "Wow, this guy is weird."
Yeah, Jerrett, is everything okay over there?
I think I want to renegotiate our contract where this does not happen anymore. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, so maybe I do need to learn some better breathing techniques.
It's like a musician thing where like for trumpets, and Kenny G did it for like the tuba.
Okay, we're over here in trumpets, over here in Kenny G.
Rappers have to do it too.
What's going on?
Come on now.
Big spectrum.
All right, well, we don't have a winner yet for the song contest, but Zach is going to be giving us a hint at the end of this episode, so stick around for that at the end. But let's go ahead and just jump right in with today and all the E3 goodness we're going to be talking about.
The gooey.
All the big major press conferences are over with. E3 is still going on. Like the expo floor is open now. People are getting to play with all the games they saw premiere or games that they've heard about before, but they're getting to play with them now on the E3 show floor. But what did we like? What stood out to us? So do we want to do this in order of conference, or do we just want to start talking about the ones we wanted?
Let's make it an open thing, because the stuff that I liked, I feel like is like the very popular, like everyone saw, and not as niche.
Let's first off then, who do you think? I know this is the thing that's thrown out. Who do you think won E3 this year?
Nintendo.
Okay, you think Nintendo?
I think Nintendo.
Well, in fairness, I didn't see Sony's conference.
Okay,
so I saw.
They did do
Bethesda.
the Big Live Orchestra again.
Although it wasn't as big. It wasn't like a full pit orchestra like last year's with the God of War, but it was a cool.
Smoke and mirrors, in my opinion.
Yes, very good point, sir.
Forza did this. Xbox and Forza did the same thing. They're like, here's Forza and here's a brand new Porsche.
That was the stupidest
and I was
shit.
like, I don't care.
It's like, are you going to give me the Porsche, or why is this here?
Back to the game, please.
I was tweeting to that one. I tweeted. I was like, "Hey, do you guys like games? Here's a Porsche."
Hey, you're all here for video games, right?
And they talked about it for
all right, check it out. I know. Here's a fucking car.
They talked about this car for like 5 minutes or something.
That's
like
too
5,
many.
10 minutes.
All you have to say is it's a car and it's fast. That's
It was
all
only
you
because
need
they were
to
showing it
know.
off for Forza, but like,
At least there was some.
ridiculous.
Yeah. It
was too
it
much.
seemed like they were really making that stretch.
Ugh.
So you think Nintendo won?
I think Nintendo aced it this year.
I think from what I saw from Nintendo, I would also say I think Nintendo did the best.
So I'm torn. Nintendo did have a lot of cool things. I like the look of Super Mario Odyssey. You know, you got to throw in there their collaboration that they're doing with Ubisoft for the Mario plus Rabbids.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Kingdom
trailer.
Battle.
Yeah,
and
funny.
then
Quick timeout. Did you guys like listen to the French producer as he was like talking about that game? His accent was so cute, you guys.
He's the president of Ubisoft.
Yeah, but he's so French.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He
Ubisoft
calls
is a
it,
very
like,
French company.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
It was just adorable.
Hello, everyone.
I love that when Miyamoto came on stage too, like during the
did that
Ubisoft press
happen?
conference. Yeah, Ubisoft press conference when they had finally like announced that the game was real,
Yeah.
because people have been speculating about it for forever. And
What, the Mario and
Rabbids?
Yeah.
And so then when he did, when Yves Guillemot of Ubisoft was out on stage and he was like, "I have somebody to help me, like come talk about this," and Miyamoto comes out from the back.
That's nice.
It was pretty awesome.
Just adorable friends.
such nice people.
But so Nintendo did have a great showing and announced some really great stuff, which I know we'll get into. But honestly, the one I was probably the most excited about, the stuff I saw, was Ubisoft.
Really?
Yeah.
What did
Like
they have?
what? Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay.
But I do think
Hold on.
Ubisoft for me, like, granted, PlayStation had its moments, but I think ultimately let down by the fact that there's no goddamn Last of Us 2.
Well, they're probably still so early on in production.
They probably are. And Neil Druckmann tweeted about it after the event. He tweeted that he's like, I know everybody's excited to see more of Tilu and Joel and Ellie, but right now it was Chloe and Natasha's time to shine from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Oh, okay.
Which is coming out in August, so it's coming out soon.
Boy.
So it's
Whoop-de-doo, Basil.
More Uncharted. My dreams are coming
it looks
true.
pretty fun. It looks fun.
I had a similar reaction to. So the only one I watched live was Bethesda because I was like, they're going to talk about Elder Scrolls
because it was going to be on at like what midnight or midnight
it was
or 1
11.
o'clock.
11.
Yeah,
it was 11.
Come on,
I thought I came on way later than that.
It was 11.
Okay, so for one, I will admit this: wires were crossing wrong in my head because I could not get the time zones right of what time these things started
Good math.
for anything. So I was gonna watch EA's live on Sunday. Or Saturday, I guess it was. Saturday, after we recorded, I was like, oh, sweet, I'm going to watch this later on today, all that stuff. But we had scheduled to go see Baywatch later that day.
That's right. And who did you see after Baywatch?
You.
Me.
And waiting there to go see another movie. But so the whole thing was like, I was like, oh, cool, get to get out just in time, be home in time for EA. I realized day of, oh, wait, this starts right in the middle of when I'm in the movie. So I didn't get to see it. And that threw me off for everything. So I was always like having to just like watch Twitter being like, when are they actually going live? Because I'm missing everything. But I was able to watch everything. I didn't watch Bethesda, and I was kind of like had my eye on Nintendo's because I had to like I said, I was crunching work this week. So on top of everything else, I just had it like on in the corner of my screen where I could still watch everything. But no, Ubisoft had a lot of really good stuff, I thought. Like they came out, I think Microsoft's was one of the weakest.
Yeah, that sucked. I didn't see it. I just saw like the highlight reel.
Yeah, seriously.
I saw like they put together this package highlight reel on YouTube, which I thought was presented very poorly as well. Like just the text and like the whole thing. I was like, oh no. And they didn't really have anything on there that.
Well, the whole thing is,
Forza 7 might be cool.
they said at the beginning, I did see a lot of like racing games.
Forza 7, yeah.
And did you see the new Need for Speed?
I did.
That one looks fun
kind of cool too.
I was tweeting about that one too, and I was like, this one actually makes me want to play a racing game right now.
Yeah.
Which I know it's not racing in the general sense, but it is more of that cops and robbers that you're saying that you want to see.
I know. I'll give it a chance. I just wish it wasn't geared towards what feels like 12-year-olds. That's like the way like they talk and like
I will say
I don't know.
My thing too is like every time a cop car crashed or whatever, it did the slow mo. I was like, oh, that would get old real fast. Well, I mean, maybe you can turn that off, and maybe it was only for the demo. But I was like, ooh, that's not no.
They did it. They did the same technique for Burnout, and
that's true.
It didn't get old for me because I love that stuff. So actually seeing that brought back got me excited. I was like, ooh, every time I crash a car, I get to see it, do flips.
See it explode.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Maybe in like the heat of the moment when your adrenaline
that's
is
true.
pumping,
I mean,
like,
that little,
and it's really satisfying to be like, you got this one cop who's on your tail really hard, and you finally are able to throw him into a light pole or something else and make him crash to get him off your ass.
Also, as with demos, it looks like he hit him like twice and it was done. I was like, oh, it's like hard.
I don't know. I'm sure you can adjust the difficulty. They probably have it set for easy. So the person trying to demo the software isn't.
Oh wait, no, that was for Forza.
That was for Forza, but they didn't. So that way people aren't crashing everywhere and failing.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, let me restart. I messed up. I died.
Yeah, god damn it. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Golly, this game's
okay. So since we think Microsoft's was the worst showing, we'll just go ahead and kind of go over some more of the things they announced. So the Project Scorpio finally was announced as the Xbox One X.
Just redundant.
It is. So like it even spells out
Xbox.
It just spells out Xbox.
That's it?
Xbox One X.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's
you're right.
just Xbox.
I never thought about that.
Isn't that hilarious?
I mean, I like that better than Scorpio.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. At least Scorpio was
geared for 12-year-olds.
It's weird. It just sounded like a weird thing when everything else is numbered and then they just throw out Scorpio.
Well,
so what are so good about the Xbox One S? Or X?
The One X, it basically is just a powerhouse. It is out of the box. It streams 4K. You don't have to have you play 4K. It's a pure 4K machine. Has like 8 cores to it, 12 gigabytes of video RAM or something.
So it's all like it's just specs.
It's huge specs, and it's also the smallest Xbox.
That's kind of cool.
Which is cool. It looked very nice.
When I see the actual Xbox One like in your living room when I was actually trying to play it, I was like, holy shit, this thing is huge.
Yeah. But so the Xbox One X is smaller.
I care
more
more about what it looks like than all that other stuff.
Well, so the thing is for me, I was just looking at it. It's the same thing with the PS4 Pro. I don't have a 4K TV, so that's cool. It has more storage space. That's always good. But at the end of the day, the main feature of it, which is higher clarity and fidelity of the game I'm playing, doesn't really do anything for me.
And on my shitty TV, it's probably just going to look like shit.
Well, and I think I have a small, I'm fine. Like, I play Skyrim. I'm like, this looks great.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not.
It's that whole thing of
I haven't seen the light, is what I'm saying.
But it's also that whole thing of like, you are able to, it has a name. I can't remember what it's called, but it's where you are able to have the same enjoyment watching something on the screen on your phone as you are in the TV. It's just whatever you're having to focus on is where you find the same level of enjoyment. They've done a study on that.
Okay, well, there you go.
So yeah, like TV size doesn't matter at all. Michael plays on my roommate plays on a smaller TV in his room, and I always come in and look at it. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I like that little TV you got there.
Little tiny TV.
But then, they come out, they show the Xbox One X, they go over all of its specs, say how cool it is, announce its price at $499. And then it'll be coming out later this year. And then they say basically that they're going to go into all these games. They're going to have, I think they had 40 or 42 games they were going to show at the thing, and 22 of them were exclusives.
Yeah. Ooh. It was like Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3.
Which, I
thought it was Crackdown 2.
No, it was 3.
Really? 3? Just kidding.
So they did Crackdown 3. They showed a little bit more of Anthem, the new BioWare game.
That
which
actually
I have to say looks awesome.
Amazing.
I was going to say.
That's an Xbox exclusive?
No, it's BioWare, so it'll be for both.
That looks.
But I was looking at this and I was like, okay.
That looks amazing.
I'm probably going to get this on Xbox because Zach
we can play that.
Cheat will be all about this.
So I missed this one. Tell me about Anthem.
Oh, you almost need to see.
You need to. We'll show some. I'll show you like a quick video of it.
That was actually with the highlights of
the Xbox One looked good. Like they'd announced the game before at the EA conference. They gave like a quick tease basically, but then said see more at EA at the Microsoft one.
Okay.
And then we also saw they did actually formally announce Assassin's Creed Origins, the new Assassin's Creed coming out this year, which looks decent. Let's see. They did a lot of updates. They had a whole nother section again dedicated to Minecraft, and I was like, "Why?"
Yeah, I know.
Like Minecraft, we get it. It's got a huge player base,
trailer
but
of
just saying it's going to be in 4K.
Yeah.
Which really, Minecraft is what you're worried about being in 4K?
Yeah.
And I get it is a big fan base. Like I get why they would do it, but I saw another trailer for Minecraft, and I was like, good God.
My stance on Minecraft is it already has such a fan base. It really doesn't need more. Right. Like, why are you giving more attention to something that is already an established game?
And making it seem like the cornerstone of your platform. Yeah. I didn't really get that move. But so they announced, the Metro games, like Metro Last Light, stuff like that, Metro Redux, I guess is the remaster. But they announced Metro Exodus, which is going to be a big open world game from that universe. And then let's see, showed off more Forza. The big thing,
Forza does look good.
Yeah,
but it's always good.
It always looks good,
like
but
you're
it's just like
get something new. It's just like
it looks pretty, but at the same time, since I'm not a racing game fan, I'm kind of like, eh.
Yeah. They talk about the weather a lot.
Which I mean, that's a big thing, I guess, for racing people who are hardcore into racing simulators. Yeah. Like
it's a racing sim.
That
was
really gets them
crashes. Going. I was like, well, let me see it crash. Yeah. That's what I would have
but I think the really big thing that when it happened, I was like, oh hell yeah. Is they announced that the original Xbox games are coming to backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I did see that.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that is good.
And guess which game they highlighted?
I don't know.
As the game, they're like, and you're going to get treasures such as this.
Stronghold.
No.
Oblivion.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, that would be awesime.
No, wait, let's keep guessing.
Halo.
A Star Wars
You're never going to
game.
guess it because I talked about it a long ass time ago in obscure games.
Oh, balls.
Which now, realizing that if they announced it as this is the cool thing that you're going to get to play now.
Not that obscure.
Not that obscure. It was obscure to me. Nobody in my friends base knew of it.
I don't know. I give up.
Crimson Skies, the fighter jet game.
That's right.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
See, I feel like that does give them an edge because PS4 doesn't have that kind of backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but then they showed off a lot of the other games, and nothing really blew me away. Anthem did. But they showed off this whole trailer of a bunch of indie games and stuff like this that they were developing, which a couple of those looks really interesting, but it's just a really quick one. State of Decay 2, they had a big trailer for, which they had announced that one last year. They just had another trailer, and I was just like, didn't do anything for me. I don't know. It just didn't. It wasn't a whole lot there. I was impressed though by Anthem.
Anthem looks amazing.
Yeah, Anthem looks amazing, and it's cool to get the new console, but honestly, doesn't really do anything for me either. Yeah. And it is nice though that they did finally. We've talked about this game a little bit. Cuphead, the one that looks like 1920s animation.
The 1920s cartoons.
That one finally got its release date. It's coming out, I believe, in September, and so that was just fun. Like that one interests me enough where I'll probably play that one. So I was like, oh, finally we get a release date for that one because they've been teasing that one for years now.
The only one I cared about that actually really, really caught my attention that I am psyched for and pissed that it's an Xbox exclusive.
Platform?
Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Oh my God! How did I forget Ori and the Will of the Wisps?
Because when they even had Gareth Coker, the composer, on stage playing the theme in real time.
Wow!
Over the trailer, and
That's
I was
cool.
like crying in my chair.
I didn't even know. Like I'm familiar with Gareth Coker's music, but I don't know what he necessarily looks like. And all of a sudden, I saw this dude sitting at a piano, started playing, and I immediately was like, "It's Ori! It's back!"
I know.
I was so excited, and the trailer looked like another gut punch. Straight to the heart.
Yeah, I was like, my emotions were in
like
tatters.
the little owl at the end.
Yes. So, like, did you see the trailer?
No.
Okay, so it opens up and it very much is like a side-scrolling look at what the game is going to look like. And after a certain point, you're following what appears to be a purple feather kind of drifting in the wind. And as you get towards the end of the trailer, it starts with very bright, colorful types of environments, and then you go through some creepier ones. There's like a big glowing spider that scuttles around.
Not about that.
And then the feather kind of floats down and lands next to this little baby owl that is like this little purple creature. And like it's raining and it's dark and the owl kind of looks at the feather and hobbles over to it. And then he looks even sadder. And then Ori comes by and like consoles him, like puts his hand around around the owl's shoulders, wings.
Yeah.
And then it zooms out and like through lightning strikes, you see illuminated what appear to be the petrified remains of the owl's parents.
Whoa.
And you're like, oh my God.
And he's playing this very emotional musical score, like the rest of the music of Ori and the Blind
heavy.
Forest is. And I was just sitting there just like, oh my God.
I was like, oh my God.
I got
so
play
excited.
the first one.
So
It's
that
so
one got
good.
me. Oh, I want it just for the music.
I completely forgot about Ori.
Oh my gosh. And they're fun
about that.
games. Ori and the Blind Forest was an excellent game.
It's so fun.
I'm hopeful that this may eventually come to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because Ori and the Blind Forest did. It was initially an Xbox exclusive, and then it sooner or later
then
came
it
to
probably
PS4.
will then.
So I fingers crossed it will. But if they don't, I mean, I think that's a better selling point for Xbox.
Yeah.
I think they should have more exclusives.
Well, because that was the only, as of this recording, the only one that I can remember that I was legitimately just like, oh yeah, like excited about an exclusive. All the other exclusives they showed off didn't do anything for me.
And you said Anthem is not an exclusive?
No, it's
So
BioWare,
it's also
so it'll be
gonna be on
PS4.
Oh, okay.
PS4,
It
probably
looks
PC as well,
awesome.
and Windows. It
Yeah.
looks
so
good.
cool.
We'll pull up. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it now. Pull up a little gameplay so you can see this. But while I'm pulling this up, so that was Xbox, Microsoft's one. Another really big stuck out there. EA, like same thing. They announced their next iterations of Madden.
I was about to say, what's on the
FIFA,
docket? Sports game and sports ball?
and
Sounds
Star
about
Wars
right.
game.
That and Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks kind of cool.
Battlefront 2 does look a lot better.
I watched some stuff on that. That does
It looks
look cool.
a lot better than the first one.
Maybe actually want to play Battlefield 1, ironically.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is because they make the same game.
Right.
And
I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 1. I've been trying to wrap it up.
it's fun, man. I had a good time. I actually played the other day. I had fun.
But yeah, so not much there. Madden is actually finally getting a single player mode of it.
Oh,
like
boy.
a story mode.
My dreams are coming true
Somebody
in
out there
real
who listens
time.
to us might really want to know what we think about Madden, and
Yeah, we
that's
don't
kind of
talk-
what we think about Madden. But you're getting a story mode, so there you go.
Story. Sports are hard.
Okay, so I'll just skip around to like the really cool stuff. So everything you're about to see. Oh yeah, sorry.
He's already
I
seen
have
it.
already
I know
seen
you've already
it.
seen it, but I don't want to
Kinda
let you
want it.
feel excluded.
It's okay. How long is this? Is this like
I mean, I'm not going to
gameplay?
watch the whole thing because it's 7 minutes.
Yeah, this
But like,
oh,
I'll just show you this stuff at least at the beginning where
Yeah,
it's
you
really, like, it's pretty good.
Walking
Looks really
really,
nice.
yeah.
Nice lighting effects, shadows and stuff like that.
Hey,
but
that's the thing from Star Wars.
But the big thing is you're these
you talk
these
to that
freelance
guy.
soldiers, who are there to, I guess. I wasn't totally
There's like
sure
a
what they're
wall,
there.
and, like,
There's
they
a
have to
wall
go
that
out
protects
and-
things, very Destiny-esque, where there's
Yeah.
like a wall. Like, the face animation is
yeah,
pretty good.
This looks good. So then they go and get their suits.
So yeah, but then
They
you
have,
go
like,
off in these suits, and there are different versions of these suits.
Okay, here's like you go to that part where they like another player comes in. So this is
Oh,
you.
this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like,
Sorry,
look
I
at
didn't,
this
I
environment.
didn't put two
I know.
and two together.
And then like his friend or her friend comes in.
Yeah, and so it can be a multiplayer game up to 4 people co-op on
Yeah.
it. And so let's see, boom, there's a
yeah.
friend coming in. And you can have these different types of mech suits and stuff like that. But the part that really got me, like the combat looked cool, is you're on jetpack and you're Iron Man.
And then you just go out there.
Yeah.
And look at like I hope it's this seamless in the game.
Well, because this is what's cool here is you're flying through here. You just take off. There's no loading screen here.
Yeah,
and then right up here, you see some like
things.
animals running by.
Cool.
Yeah, this is all cool. This is all well and good.
You get into like the water stuff.
Yeah. And where did that go? Here it is.
So,
So you're just flying.
You're fighting.
And then you just, without, again, no weird transition,
I love
just go in the water and you're underwater.
Look how
Oh,
deep
that
it
is pretty cool.
That's cool.
Like,
Fishies.
oh, it looks
Unless
so
you
cool.
Found a place.
Where's some combat?
I love the dialogue. You go high, I go low. That's how I talk on Xbox.
Hell yeah. And then it's like, so each different mech class has its own things. But anyway, big, massive expansion open world game. It looks
That looks fun.
It looks fun.
I would play that.
the one game that did come out of EA's conference that probably got the most attention is called A Way Out. Did you guys see any stuff about that?
No.
I've heard about it, but I missed the trailer.
So prison, basic concept, it's a prison escape game. You are these two guys in this prison, but the game is meant to be played co-op, either with a friend, online or just in the same room. And the screen is split screen.
Oh,
and
cool.
so, but like you walk around and you see things, and like you can see your character interacting with the other person's character interacting with stuff over here. You act autonomously of each other, but you're playing at the same time.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
That's cool.
It looks very, very interesting, but my big drawback to it is it's like I have to play it with somebody else, kind of a thing. Like, I mean, I get that that's fun, but I don't know if I would want to necessarily play a whole.
Well, don't
game that
worry,
way.
because Madden is getting a story mode,
That's true.
so you can play that
Just play
instead.
Isolated.
Same thing.
Okay, so since we talked about the one that was our least favorite, let's jump over then to Nintendo, since I figure that's probably where we'll want to spend most of our time.
So the whole first page is Nintendo.
Oh my goodness!
I know, right? There was so much news.
Okay, so let's start off with a big game they were pushing this year: Super Mario Odyssey.
I think
initial
it looks
impressions.
really
Really?
fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty psyched about it.
Like I was very excited.
Like
about
I
how this
already
game
knew
looked.
I was going to get it, but now it's just like one of the funniest Twitter posts I saw was Xbox. Look, here's a new Xbox One, and it has all these specs and all these upgrades. And then Nintendo, you can throw the hat on a frog, and you become the frog.
Yeah.
Crowd goes
That's all I
wild.
No, it was that game. It looked very much. Obviously, it's updated, but it looked very much similar to gameplay with other Mario games like Mario 64, Super Mario 64, and how it plays. But the different worlds, the whole added thing with the hat that you can inhabit objects.
And I love how good Nintendo, and I guess Mario specifically, is at integrating these concepts that I would never in a million years think work.
Yeah.
Like a T-Rex at the beginning, and I was like, oh, what are they trying to? It work. I get it. It's like I don't know. It like fits. It somehow
T-Rex has a
fits.
mustache,
Yeah,
and
and it's
it's
like,
just
well, you can be things. Oh, yes, excellent. There's like you can like be a real person in New York
Right.
City.
Yeah,
It's like
that was
that's
so
weird,
weird.
but then
Like
it
a
like
tank
works
or a light pole.
Yeah, and it's like
It's
and you
all
know
these
they're going
weird
to integrate
things.
those mechanics probably in really fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just such masters at like integrating these new ideas. It looks like there's a bunch of different like hats are the thing, right? There's the sombrero
Yeah.
hat.
There's lots
like
of different hats.
There's lots of different hats.
Well, and you can do all the stuff. They did finally explain why Bowser's just like a pimp, and it's because apparently he's getting married or
Married to
somebody.
Peach. Yeah. She had a
So
bouquet
He
of
always says he's marrying Peach,
It's
and then stuff
same old
happens.
thing.
stuff happens. He's just non-committal.
He's
he
just-
doesn't
yeah.
know how to say yes and settle down.
Yeah. And maybe he should stop being such a jerk. But
That
that's
too.
beside
That
the point.
too.
It's a jerk face. And then I love that they integrated what really reminded me of A Link Between Worlds.
Oh,
where
where
you
it
can go
went
from
2D.
3D to 2D.
Yeah, guys,
thought
I saw that.
I was like, oh!
just another thing that's
I
going to
loved
be.
it.
I hope it's as amazing as it was to play Mario Galaxy for the first time.
See,
'Cause
it
that's
reminded me the most of Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean-
More so than Mario 64.
very
I was like,
different.
look, it's like that.
Yeah, but
I was
very
really excited.
different. It seems very like obviously grounded in like
Yes.
a lot of more real environments, but also unreal environments too. But
Yep.
yeah, the thing that's most stark about it is like the city.
In the real people.
In the real
I'm
people.
really
That's
it
curious
is
still
to
really
see
bizarre.
how
Still
that's
throws me
actually
off.
in
Yeah.
the game. Like,
Right.
I want to know
He's
what
like on a
events
moped
lead
at
to
one
that.
point. Yeah.
Just going around doing his Mario thing.
I
collecting
just-
Well,
them
his
coins.
legs are short. He has to have
Yeah.
the moped.
Yeah, that was I thought amazing. I mean, I just love it. Just tickles your heartstrings.
Oh, yeah.
It really has
Very much so. I had to show Sam that you could dress him up in a sombrero and
Yeah.
poncho and all
the
this
way he
stuff with
runs.
the Dia de los Muertos salesman who
Yeah.
like had on all these hats and everything because everything's about buying hats.
Yeah, you can be
The
Bullet
only-
I
Bill.
think this is propaganda. Santa
The only
for the
thing-
hat industry.
Yeah, wait a minute.
You find out Nintendo's now owned by a hat corporation, like in 30 Rock, or
Yeah.
GE's owned by the Shineheart Wig Company. The one thing though about it, and I texted Mogan about it because I assumed you were probably watching, is when they were just showing off the gameplay, which I get it, they had to work through translators and different things like this. But could the commentators been more?
They were
dead?
so boring.
Really?
Dude, so they were playing the game and based on their
No
voices,
emotion.
you wouldn't think they were having any fun at all. It was
Aw.
like, yeah, so you can go
Like over
here,
here
and then I
do
throw the
this.
hat and I'm the Bullet Bill.
Unfortunately, I am
they're
the
like-
bullet bill.
Really not having any
Or being
fun.
like, I can really enjoy how you can do this in this game, and it's just like, are you excited?
Yeah.
It was the most flat commentary I've ever heard, and I was like, "Hire me, Nintendo. Let me
Seriously, it's
play
like,
the games."
Nintendo, next year, Team Chat Podcast. Let us host your Playhouse.
Seriously.
Treehouse of fun,
I like the idea that they're kind of like with Galaxy, for example, which is a really fantastic, like variety-filled game. This
Yes.
seems even more
Yeah.
different styles of maps and levels to go into.
And I love that the hat apparently used to be a minion of Bowser, and then he like betrays him, and he's like, "No, he's a jerk."
Yeah, because I heard him talking
I'm gonna
about like
join
how
you.
the top
looks
top
fun.
hat is Cappy's actual form, and he's like, oh, there we go with
Yeah,
the
there's
2D.
the-
I think
Yep.
that, and I love
That
that he
stuff's
kind of
badass.
reverts to old school 2D Mario.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
not even a
It's a nice
stylized
touch.
version of the frog.
become the
I
frog.
love being the frog. Look, he gets
Now, but we don't see any like gameplay where you are a frog, do we?
I mean, I'm sure
There.
they showed
Like-
it, but like, no, I don't. I
Like,
didn't
what's
see
it like
when
to
we watched
control
it.
these characters? We don't see that really.
You just become the
Well,
character.
Bill,
like
you
here.
do.
So they
There
actually
you
in the
go.
gameplay they showed a lot of what it's like to be a Bullet Bill, for
Okay,
example.
okay.
So you do like gain some new powers depending on what you are.
Okay.
Right,
Well,
like
you
this
can-
one, you can see far. You become the electricity go through
Yeah.
the wire.
I
I
like
love the
fish.
fish
Yeah,
sheep.
that's
Oh my
amazing.
god!
I just love that they give you the
That's
the mustache on everything.
I
It's
know.
great.
Like you get the hat and the mustache. That's all you need. I love
yeah.
I love that Peach's
Oh, some
bouquet is little
bosses. I like
piranha
the,
plants.
I watched that
stuff.
boss battle. It was fun too. How they did it, very much old school Mario boss
Yeah.
battle. It was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did that, and then they announced another one. Another announcement they made was the Rocket League is coming to the Switch and is
interesting.
cross-platform compatible with Xbox One.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
so I
cool.
think that's great. And I
Sony is the
think
only one
they-
being the holdout on that.
They slated it for what, holiday 2017.
Yeah.
So it should be out right in time for the holidays.
Let's see, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is getting a sequel, also for the holidays.
Probably the funniest subtitle I heard from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sure is a JRPG because it's the most
It was.
It's a JRPG.
That sure is one, and it's like, man, it sure as hell is.
They got a new Kirby game coming next year.
Whoa.
Yes.
More Pokemon
That's
stuff. Pokemon Tournament DX is headed to the Switch.
We talked about that on the last one.
We
with
did.
Logan.
I'm going to save the big one that I know Mogan is
Let
most
me talk
excited
about that one.
There's another new Yoshi game hitting next year as well. Fire Emblem Warriors, DLC packs for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and new amiibo were unveiled as well as.
No,
okay, so
no.
these
Hold
next
your,
two.
hold your horses.
Go for it. Mogan.
All right,
Take it away.
so imagine, if you will, that you shut up, Zach. That you are in a world where you are a 10 to 12-year-old girl and you have a GameCube, and your main game is Metroid Prime.
I cannot identify with this story anymore.
Shut up! You're gonna identify with it even if you don't like it. So it basically, all we have of this game is a very, very brief title intro. That's it.
Not even footage or anything?
No.
Literally
So
just show the title.
literally just the title. So
Can I watch this
basically,
on
it's going through the
YouTube?
E3 presentation for Nintendo, and then all of a sudden the screen kind of cuts to black, and this ghostly blue flame S appears in the background, this stylized S, and then the music kicks in, and you're like,
I thought it was the 4.
no, the S is first. So you get the S first, and then a 4 appears over the S, and the music is going, and it's revealed that it is Metroid Prime 4. The sequel that no one thought would ever actually happen is finally coming
I mean, it
out.
says it in development,
Yes,
so who knows when it will actually get it.
No, so we don't know at all. So it may be 2018. My better guess is 2019, but Metroid Prime 4 finally.
Ooh, cool music.
That's the original music from the
Oh,
Metroid
now I
Prime
see the
1.
S. Okay.
So
I
that's
just thought
the
that was a blue.
Samus S.
I just thought that was a blue fog.
No, that's the Samus S.
Wow. Whoa. Oh, cool.
So you never. Oh,
I need to
Down
show.
development.
good.
I need to show you after, but one of the kind of funny guys had like a freak out moment on their stream. I'll
Dude,
show
every
it to you.
every Metroid fan everywhere flipped their shit when
The
that.
first comment on the YouTube is checkmate atheist.
See, that's funny.
There is a God,
There is a God.
and he loves Metroid.
That's
Checkmate.
hilarious. So I do have a little bit of internal mild concern, just a little bit of nervousness, because the original makers of Metroid Prime Retro Games, it has been confirmed that they are not behind Metroid Prime 4. So it's in the hands of a new developer. We don't really know. I don't think it's been confirmed who the new developer is yet. So it's like a big, well, what's it gonna be like? But
Yeah.
I am holding out hope that it has been 1,000 years. They cannot possibly mess it up that bad,
Well, when
right?
did Metroid 3 come out?
Metroid Prime 3
What was that for?
came
Did
out
I
in
play
the
that?
late 2010s.
Okay.
Thereabouts.
So it's
When
been
did it come
it's been
out?
5 years.
No, I feel like it's been longer than that.
What was it
Hang on.
for? The Wii?
It was that one would have been.
Which one did
for
I play for the Wii? What was the big one
I don't
for
know.
the
I
Wii?
wasn't around
Prime.
when you played it.
You were
So,
not.
I
They
don't know.
did re-release the trilogy. They put Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii.
But there was one that
But-
came out like when the Wii came out. Corruption.
That was part of the Metroid Prime trilogy.
Okay.
So yes, that must have been what you played it on.
Okay.
And unfortunately, my phone is like, lol, no. So
Lols.
good try. So I don't know when Metroid Prime 3 came out.
Okay.
But the point is, it has been 1 billion years, and everyone is losing their minds over this game.
Cool.
And then everybody got like a little bonus game on top of that because they announced, really through gameplay, not even like an official
3DS
announcement,
one?
that they are redoing Metroid Prime 2 for the 3DS.
okay.
So it's going to be a totally new remake. They're calling it a reimagined version of the game. So I think it's going to be more than just a cut and dry remake, obviously. They're going to be doing some new stuff there as well. And from the gameplay that I saw, it looks like a really good, clean game. It looks nice. Like, I would definitely want to play that game. So Metroid fans the world over are just in tears and having strokes. They're so happy. Cannot wait. Cannot come fast enough.
You got your Zelda. Now you just need your Metroid.
See, that's the thing. I've got
And
Zelda,
Mario.
I've got new Mario, I've got new Splatoon, I've got Metroid. The
Yeah.
Switch is paying off,
It is.
baby.
It
So
is.
I haven't announced this on any social media,
yeah.
of course, but I actually wound up getting a Switch. So my wife surprised me with it as an early birthday present, and so I now have one. And so, like, yeah, when the Nintendo news was coming in, I was tweeting at Mogan like, I'm actually really excited now because
Yeah.
there's cool shit I can play.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, like Splatoon 2. Obviously, I'll be getting that now. Mario, I'll be getting as well. I'm really interested in the Mario Rabbids one. It's like
How
a
does
turn-based
that
strategy.
work? Yeah, is that what that game is? I didn't know what was going on.
So it's definitely kind of like a
So over
stretch
my head.
collaboration. Like
Yeah.
there's like they just had these two franchises and they're like,
those rabbits are funny.
hey, let's throw this together.
They make me laugh.
I think that's the
And I think that's exactly the point. I think that's exactly
Yes.
the point of why they're doing this. And so, but that game looked a lot of fun too. With it's how people were comparing it to like XCOM, with how you like hide behind stuff and then you can
It
use
does.
your
I do like
abilities.
anything
it looked
with
interesting.
what is the fucking word?
Cover.
Cover. Anything with cover.
That's stealth. He's all about it.
I'm all for.
But that game looks fun. Like there's a lot of stuff coming up for the Switch
Yeah.
now that I'm very
Yeah,
excited
you got
for.
a good time there, I guess.
I'm over my initial apprehension of feeling like I wouldn't have anything to play.
When
on
does
it.
Odyssey come out?
So Odyssey comes
October?
out holiday of 2017.
Didn't they give it an
no,
actual-
October
I thought it was
17th.
October,
Yeah, they gave it
Yeah,
an
it's
an-
way
yeah.
sooner. So they confirmed
It
the
is
release
soon.
date October 17th for Mario Odyssey, which I think is great timing.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
it's
that
right before
means
Black
that-
Friday, right before Christmas.
Exactly. I think it's a great time for that game to come out. And then I do just want to briefly expand upon the Breath of the Wild DLC.
Okay.
So the first pack that is coming out June 30th.
Ooh.
So really,
Close.
really soon is the Trials version. So the June 30th Breath of the Wild expansion is all about Trials. So it's really going to be more based on combat and not necessarily what appeared to me to be story or really
Yeah.
even exploration to a
Yeah.
certain extent. But along with that are coming, of course, the first DLC packs for new armor. So that's where you're going to get some of the armor from the past games, like
Cool.
the Spirit armor from Spirit Tracks. That was so cool. The Korak mask, a couple of other cool things. Majora's mask, of course.
Nice.
But the later one is the one that I really have a lot of hope set on. So in holiday of 2017, the next Breath of the Wild DLC pack, the Champion's Ballad, is coming out. And that one, they didn't reveal much about it. They really just kind of highlighted the champions again, Mifa, Daruk, blah, blah, blah. And so I don't have any of this confirmed, I hope that it will be more of a delve into their individual stories.
Yeah.
It seems like they were really playing up those people as individual characters as opposed to Link's involvement with them. So fingers crossed that it's going to be much more focused on story. And in their case, they're already dead, so it's obviously going to be backstory. So I hope that is going to pan out to be something that really adds to the world of Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
So fingers crossed, Breath of the Wild, Champions Ballad. Oh, and of course they're releasing 4 new amiibo to go for each champion. And those are going to have
actual
amiibo. Yeah, they're really good looking.
Cool. Yeah.
So they're going to
collectibles.
And of course they're going to have functions within the new DLC. So fingers crossed that's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff announced at Nintendo. Now, since they did have the crossover, we'll jump to Ubisoft. So yeah, they announced that
little French man.
Yeah, with Miyamoto and Izugamon, they're celebrating their collaboration. That was a pretty big moment. Now, I do have to say, 2 moments stood out to me, and they were both in this Ubisoft one, and I think they were part of why I was really into the Ubisoft thing. There are a lot of games coming out that they announced that I was into. But so they were talking when Miyamoto was on stage and talking about it. He specifically called out like the game designer or he was a lead in the Mario Rabbids development and everything, and like was praising his gameplay, or his work and everything that he'd done in the game. And they panned to the dude in the audience. Dude's crying.
Oh,
like he's getting called out by Miyamoto. And,
oh my God, I would be in tears too.
He is feeling it. And I was just like, you know what? That is badass. That you
power of video games.
well, that was the
people
thing.
believe in these stuff.
Ubisoft, from what I was seeing, like everybody was always excited about the stuff they were putting out, but Ubisoft, you saw like emotion and like the pride that the developers
I've
were
never
putting into
seen
their
that
work.
from Ubisoft personally.
Yeah.
That's the first I've ever seen. Like, I can never put a face to Ubisoft, is what I'm saying. I can put a
Yeah,
face
that's a
to a
good
lot of these
point.
other companies.
Right. Yeah.
And-
Like Sony has Sean Layden, Phil Spencer for Xbox, Miyamoto for Nintendo, Reggie. What's his last name?
Reggie Fils-Aimi.
Okay, that's how you say it.
He
I can never
has,
say
he
his-
has a very unusual last name.
Yeah. For Nintendo
Reggie.
as well.
I love that guy.
You just can't say his
He's
last
just
name.
a
stand-up
great
guy.
He's a stand-up guy.
But so anyway, Ubisoft announced that. They announced The Crew 2, which they threw.
I was interested in the
That's
Crew
the
1.
one
I never
was
played.
confusing with the 3
with
of
Forza
whatever.
or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Crew, they're now including you can do planes, boats, all this other stuff. So lots more
God
vehicles
help
there.
us.
They went into a little bit more with into the Assassin's Creed, showed a little bit more gameplay of that. They announced a VR game with Elijah Wood's development company.
Elijah
called
Woods has a...
Transference.
What?
It looked kind of creepy.
He lives here in Austin.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's go
find him.
knock on his door.
Okay, so this is the first game that showed up that I was like, ooh, you have me intrigued.
It does look pretty
But I don't
fun.
think I know what this is.
Skull and Bones.
Oh,
Oh, is this
mine's-
the pirate?
Okay. so-
Yarg!
But here's the thing. You live in a pineapple. But no, so Microsoft at their conference, they've been pumping for the last 2 years. They were pumping this game, Sea of Thieves.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Made by Rare.
Yes.
And it's a very cartoonish pirate game where you go look for buried treasure, you fight each other, and all these different things. They did a huge gameplay segment on it during the Microsoft
This game
thing.
ever come out?
Not yet. It's slated soon, but so they did another big like segment of gameplay on it at the Microsoft conference, and like I was sitting there watching this, and I'm like, oh my God, is this almost over yet? It was so boring. Like,
Well,
I could see how it appealed to like a younger audience and things like that. I think, but
You
like,
had to be watching the right people, because I watched a video from 2 other guys who were playing it who were just laughing their asses off.
Okay, maybe I was just because I was watching the,
They were
like-
like genuinely having fun because
Yeah.
they were just dicking around the whole time, and they were like, "This game is hilarious and amazing."
Yeah.
so that might be it. I was just watching the demo they were giving at E3. Maybe if I found more other stuff, it would look more appealing to me. So they were pumping this game. Now Ubisoft comes and they announce Skull and Bones, which is basically on the
Wheelhouse?
I've totally lost the word I was trying to say. At its base level, they are the exact same idea.
Yeah, okay.
But Skull and Bones is like the adult, mature version of Sea of Thieves.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, it's going to have a lot of the same, but it's very much more of like, realistic graphic. That's what I mean by mature, like realistic graphics.
What is it? Are you a ship or are you a person?
You're
Do you control a ship?
So they took the naval mechanics really that they developed for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which was the pirate game of that, and they treated it to the same. So you are in a boat. From what they showed, you were mostly.
You know what? It got me thinking now.
I mean, you could say that you are the boat as a person, but no, it looked like from the game, from what they were showing, the gameplay they showed, you focused on you were just piloting a boat.
Okay.
Oh, so you might be the boat.
Yeah, that might be your character.
I'm just thinking, I think that real question, like when you hit left on the analog stick, does a person go left or does the boat?
Okay. The boat. You're piloting the boat.
Okay.
You're the captain of the boat.
Okay.
And basically, it's similar to Anthem. You team up with friends and you form this like fleet and you go sail seas, hunting for treasure.
That's fun.
Exactly.
High seas
adventure. It looked to be more. It looked to be more my wheelhouse than Sea of Thieves did. So that one, I was like, okay, I signed up for the beta. I'll try it out. See, that's some like picture there of the graphics. Let's see. They announced this. There's a couple other things they did have more gameplay of actual Far Cry 5.
Quick aside, did you guys see that one of the writers for BioShock Infinite is working on Far Cry 5?
Oh,
yes.
that's interesting.
I missed that.
That
tidbit.
has me more interested now
That is
because I'm like,
interesting.
ooh.
Far Cry 5
cool.
is pushing all the right buttons for me. I am very excited about Far Cry 5.
I didn't see the gameplay trailer. Did it look cool?
It looks Far Cry,
yeah.
but it's still, for me, it's the setting of this one that's setting it apart and getting me more excited. Montana, on our own soil, the U.S. of A.
My God.
Fighting,
Mother
My
of
heart
God.
skipped a beat.
fighting a militant Christian cult. I'm
it's interesting.
excited. And so, the big announcement, though,
People are really
of
excited for this
Ubisoft's
one.
was they finally announced Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yes, they did.
Beyond Good and Evil came out on the PlayStation 2. They have been talking about a remake. They even came out with a trailer for, like a cinematic trailer
Is this
for
a
Beyond
scary
Good
game?
and Evil 2.
Is this a what?
I don't think of something else. I'm sorry.
It's actually very Fifth Element-esque
Yeah.
Okay.
in how it looks. But it's like this universe where like there are pigs as talking pigs with people and like monkeys and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting universe.
Animal Farm.
But so they announced like a trailer for it back in like 2009. I want to say was what I was looking at. It was just a very like cinematic thing, kind of just hinted at like, yeah, we're still working on it, but like, really hadn't heard anything about it since then. And so they finally revealed it, and it was a total surprise. Like people, same I'm sure
People
with Metroid,
lost their
people were
minds.
freaking out. Now I did not play the first Beyond Good and Evil, so I don't understand. But when it came out, I saw enough of the internet hype, like it kind of drew me into the hype as well.
And I mean, the trailer
And
was so phenomenal.
the trailer was fucking
Anybody
good.
can get behind that.
I gotta see this. I
Oh
haven't seen
yes,
it.
you would love it. It's just it really is. Fifth
You gotta
Element.
wait. You gotta wait there until
great.
after, so you can like
I'll
really,
wait. Because
it's
really
a long
focus on it because
trailer.
it is so
Yeah,
good.
it's
and I was
amazing.
immediately, I tweeted after that, and I was just like, "Hey, do you have to play the first Beyond Good and Evil to enjoy the second one?" Asking for a friend because
Asking for a friend.
Friend wants to know.
And actually, it's good that you asked that because the original Beyond Good and Evil is like a collector's item now.
Yeah.
And it is
Really?
expensive AF.
Was Beyond Good and Evil the first one? Like, did people love it?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
People
Very,
love the first
very
Beyond.
liked
Actually, one of
game.
our regular listeners, Brandon, one of our Patreon supporters, you could even say.
what up, Brandon?
He is psyched for this game for good reason.
Yeah,
the
it
original
looked
was good.
so good.
This one looks really good and cool. I'm really excited about that.
But same thing, like we don't have a date, we don't know when it's coming, but like it's just finally to have like this trailer, like it's official. And this was the second thing about Ubisoft that I was super into. Is the creator of the game who made the first one. So he's been working on
Jesus,
these
what a
games.
life.
Yeah, he's been doing this.
I know what I want.
Yeah,
Very
he's
focused.
like, my life is beyond good and evil. He comes out on the stage as
Yeah,
he
this is
comes out
my-
on the stage
my craft.
He's
after the
got
trailer
dark
plays.
circles under
Yeah,
his
seriously.
Haggard appearance.
He's like, okay, guys.
See some artwork I've been working on.
Got some concept sketches.
Yeah,
like sketches
Now,
and like a whiteboard
Yeah.
with scribbled.
I like the passion. He believes in it.
But he walks out on stage, and people are obviously still freaking out in the audience. And you could just tell it was this moment for him that like to be able to show it off. And he also teared up.
Of course he did.
So I was just like, God,
the golden age of video games.
It was just this moment like for Ubisoft to like really hit home, just to show the passion and how much they cared about what they're doing. And it just wasn't this stiff,
hey,
I'm excited
like
because I'm the head of what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's just like this faux enthusiasm.
We know what you want, and here we got it for you. Yeah, exactly. It's like we've been listening to our community.
Read the room, bro. We don't want a Porsche.
Hey, bro, can't you read the room? We don't give a shit about the Porsche.
Call of Duty.
Did we mention it's no one else has showed this Porsche before? It's like one of the things.
Oh yeah, it was like the brand new worldwide reveal.
We get it.
Who cares?
I really wish someone had yelled "Read the room." That's hilarious.
Read the room, bro.
Oh man,
read the room. That's it.
But so Ubisoft had some good stuff. They announced more on the South Park, the Fractured Butthole game that's coming out for that, and they also announced a South Park game for mobile phones. So some fun stuff there for South Park fans.
And then one other one that I didn't see coming, and that I don't think anybody else did. That's not a real fully fleshed out game per se, but they are releasing a new standalone for Dishonored. Did you see that? Oh,
that's right. Bethesda was talking about that. Yeah,
at the Bethesda conference, I'm really excited. They're doing a new standalone
what was that?
Death
for
of the Outsider?
The Death of the Outsider.
That's a standalone? That's not part of the
it's
series?
It's not a full price game.
Oh.
So it's going to be its own game, and it's only going to be $30. And it's coming out this year in, September? When's it coming out?
I think so, yeah.
That was a cool trailer.
September 15th. So it's actually coming out really soon, and it features Billy Lurk. So she was from the original game, but as the DLC, she's the one with the one eye. She's a super cool badass.
Was cool.
She was from the DLC expansion, The Knife of Dunwall. So she's like she was at that time Dowd. You know Dowd. You don't know Dowd.
No, I don't.
You don't know
I didn't
shit.
get that far.
Anyways,
child.
Never mind, child. Go sit in the corner and play with your crayons. So,
that's how Jerrett does the rest of the podcast.
She was Dowd's second hand. So she's one of the bad guys per se, but
she didn't look good.
You could argue that Dowd was an ambiguous character. I mean, he
way.
killed the Empress, but he was not the real evil. Anyway, so the whole thing is they're going to go to the source of all the chaos, the Outsider. And they're gonna kill him, and it's like, oh my god, you guys, this is gonna be legit.
I swear it's a big deal.
Cool.
I know you don't know, but it's a big deal.
You don't even know. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, speaking of, so did you watch the whole Bethesda? That's the only one I watched in full live
the only
with
one
friends
that I cared
on
about
Xbox
was
Live.
Dishonored, but which other
What a
one
world
did I
we live in.
watch? Because they had
Fallout.
Wolfenstein.
They had
Wolfenstein 2.
That
looked really good.
And I had no idea what that was the whole time. I was like, oh, is this like a Fallout game? A new Fallout? I had no idea.
It kind of looked like it with the metal dog creature thing. Yeah,
but I was like,
first of all, I loved that little
very
movie.
Impressed.
Liesel.
Yeah.
Liesel, the metal
whole
dog.
presentation was very
That was
very
hysterical.
Cool.
I have the New Order, Wolfenstein: The New Order. I have not played it yet because it's in my backlog. I probably will tackle it.
You should.
Pretty quick.
This new one looks amazing.
It does look
the
really
story
good.
I mean,
looks,
Wolfenstein
the
was
acting,
already
the
a
voice
great
acting
game,
looks great.
but the new one looks crisp.
Yeah, it does
looks
look
like a great
really fun.
game, and you get to kill Nazis right
Yeah.
and left.
Who doesn't want
That's
to
the
kill
whole
killing Nazis?
Killing Nazis.
They had
Brad
Fallout
Pitt's
4
character would be
VR
proud.
plus Doom VR.
Yeah,
Those
Doom
are the-
VR. That would be
so
pretty.
That's kind
that
of
would be pretty
interesting.
intense.
Yep.
Oh
and then
god, Doom VR.
They talked a lot about like Skyrim and Fallout 4. So again, those are games with such longevity that I understand why they're like still putting
On
a
it,
lot of
but
effort. But yeah, you do like
Skyrim came out a long time ago.
It did come a long time ago. I would love. I was really. I wasn't disappointed, but I had high hopes that they were going to talk about New Elder Scrolls.
Well, and
they
then
didn't even
it came
mention
out
it.
like the next day or something like that. People were like, "Hey, you know why they didn't talk about Elder Scrolls
why
6?
is that?
Because it's not even in development.
Yeah.
like it's just like it's still
That-
so far off.
well, I mean, kudos
God.
for them for not pretending like it was.
Well,
Yeah, gotta give them props for not
Nothing's
being
worse
like
than a way too
do a little
early
tap
tease
dance.
that takes too long to come out.
Metroid 4.
Shots fired. All right. Well, let's wrap it up then with Sony's press conference. So obviously,
Sony was there.
I'm a big Sony fan.
kidding.
I'm
So
very
nice.
excited for games that they announced. But the big thing and the big takeaway with Sony's is we just saw more of the same. It was stuff like we got another big trailer for God of War, which still looks
Oh,
fantastic.
yeah.
We got actual gameplay of Days Gone, which looks hella good.
I remember. I haven't seen any of that, but I want to.
It looks very good.
Wait, it was the Sony one that did The Evil Within too.
No, that was Bethesda.
Oh, no, that was really
That was
cool
Bethesda.
too.
Yeah, that was scary.
That was scary
Yeah,
as shit. I was
that was
like,
a
oh my
scary
god, I'm
game.
gonna
The
die
Evil Within,
during.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't played the first one yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be my like Halloween game that I play around that Halloween this time of year.
Oh yeah, and you should. Didn't they?
Scary.
Anyways,
Decapitation.
moving right
But no,
along.
Evil Within 2 was announced, and it got a lot of attention. Okay, so Sony, the big thing, so they showed the gameplay of Days Gone. Looks fantastic. Again, very Last of Us-esque, but also very, it's horde zombies this time.
Oh, that game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, where it's
So-
like just piles of zombies.
It's kind of like World War Z
Yeah.
in that sense, or I Am Legend, and how they handle the zombies with how it looks. If you will allow that analogy.
Perhaps?
And so they're also announced this new service called PlayLink, which allows I'm reading off from this Polygon article, allows multiple people to interact with special PlayStation 4 games and sort of control the experience, but it's to be used on your phone, not a console. Don't know how much I'll use that, but they announced it anyway.
I'm gonna go on ahead and give you my answer: 0%.
So then they talked more about, they opened the show with a musical performance of music from the new Uncharted coming out and a big trailer for that game as well, which looks interesting. And I said the name wrong. It's Nadine and Chloe.
When did you say the
I think I
first
said
time?
Natalie.
Oh, okay.
I haven't met her yet in my Uncharted gameplay, so forgive me,
She's
Uncharted
in
fans.
Uncharted 2, I think.
Oh, so I'm about to meet
Yeah,
her.
she comes in Uncharted 2.
And they showed more stuff from Destiny 2, announced that it's actually going to come 2 days earlier than originally announced.
Oh boy!
Yeah, you'll get it 8 hours.
But again, I was kind of like, okay, I
Everybody.
know about Destiny. Give me that sweet Last of Us part 2.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh Lord Jesus on high.
You're there at E3.
I'm here.
Excuse me, I gotta interrupt this presentation.
I got something to say, and you are not talking about the game I want you to talk about.
It's like, sir, please just hold your tongue while we finish our presentation.
Not be silenced.
I really have something to say.
But I was pleasantly surprised and incredibly excited that they did announce that Horizon Zero Dawn is getting DLC, The Frozen Wilds.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Sounds cold.
Sorry, The Frozen
That's
Wastes.
astute observation, Zach.
Frozen
Thank
waste.
you for your input.
So
Waste?
Wastes. Like wasteland.
Okay.
Wasteland.
Okay. Close to.
So it takes place up in the far north, the mountainous, snowy regions, which you didn't spend a whole lot of time of in the game. Seems to be dealing with the Bannock tribe, helping them solve and fight some
Sounds
great
like
evil.
the Babadook.
I've heard that story before.
But so no, I had no idea that was coming. So when that started, and it was it started with this like snowfall thing, and I was like, oh, this is it.
Everybody loves
I was
the
like,
snow
Last
level.
Yeah.
Last of Us. And then no, it was Horizon, but then I was equally as excited.
Yeah.
Because
But you
I
must
get
have
to
still
go
been
back to the
bummed.
world. And I was
Yeah.
so excited. And so they keep talking about it,
Adventure.
and they said they came at the very end. And same thing, they didn't talk a lot. Sean Layden came out twice. After they showed a few of the premiere trailers, and then to be like, hey, here's the rest of the show. Basically just was like trailer, right after the other. And then he came out at the end and gave us the biggest fucking
What'd you
cock
think?
tease of all time, because he was like, and now a game from like a respected studio that is a true Sony exclusive, a PlayStation exclusive. And we're like, this is it, Last of Us. It's Spider-Man.
Oh my god!
But that did kind of look cool. Oh, you didn't like it at all? I saw a Spider-Man trailer. I thought it looked cool.
No, it looks fantastic.
It looks kinda
It looks
cool.
awesome.
But
it
I
really
get-
does.
well, you're like,
most of the time, like those movie or superhero tie-in game kind of things, which I know it's not a tie-in game
Yeah.
to the movies, but it still is like
It never really works.
It never really works.
That
And it's just kind of
looks
like it
pretty
because you
cool.
play it because you know the character, and that's why you're
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
And so those have never really attracted me. But no, the
If
Spider-Man
Batman
game
can
looks
do it,
great.
Spider-Man can do it.
Oh, it looks
you know, the Arkham City or whatever. People love that game.
well, yeah, and I played Arkham Asylum, and it was a great
Yeah,
game. And I
that's
remember playing the 2004 Spider-Man game and really liking that one. But
I think I played that one too.
They just haven't done anything else with it
Yeah.
since then. And so, but Insomniac Games is making it. It looks amazing.
It does look really good.
So so hats off that they're going to have a really big game. But
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
no Last of Us 2.
because of the movies of Spider-Man, I'm so over Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that's
me
kinda
too.
my thing.
Max.
Trust me, I'm not
So
going to get this
every
game,
time
even
I
if I
see
could.
new Spider-Man stuff, I'm like, great.
How many
Yeah,
times
I
are we
know.
going to reboot this?
Yeah, how exactly?
every
How many times are
generation
you going to
needs the
reboot this
Spider-Man, don't
again?
they?
And it's like we really don't. You could have
What,
stopped
we got
last
Tobey
time.
Maguire, Andrew Garfield,
Now-
and now Tom
Pop
Holland.
squeak, pip squeak.
Oh
pip
my
squeak.
God.
Pipsqueak McGee.
It's like, okay, we get it. People like Spider-Man. Can we move on from Spider-Man? Jesus.
I don't even think people
they're
like
raking
Spider-Man.
in money. They're like, no.
Some
we can't
people
move
like
on.
Spider-Man. I don't know. But yeah, so that was, I mean, it was overall, it was exciting to see more of the stuff of the games that I am really looking forward to, like Days Gone, God of War, and of course getting the Horizon DLC. But yeah, it was just a real big bummer to not see any more about TLO 2. Granted, there are more conferences this year. There's PlayStation Experience later on in the year, which is when they announced Last of Us 2 last year. So, you know, it will get more of it. I just wanted it at E3.
Yeah.
So I was bummed. But, you know, overall, it was a decent showing what they got. So
That's how it was with Breath of the Wild for about 5 years.
yeah.
They'd come on, show a trailer,
They're like, hey, how's
and
it
then
going?
and then they'd go away, and you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh,
And they showed more of Detroit Become Human,
ooh, yes, that looks.
which that game still
interesting.
looks really interesting to me as well. They did announce that PlayStation VR is getting Skyrim.
Man, Skyrim, my God.
Skyrim is the new
it's a good
Spider-Man.
game, but my goodness.
I know it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You should check it out on the I've seen a ton of memes about it. It's hilarious.
Yeah. me and my buddy had a joke like, so Grand Theft Auto came out for the Xbox One, and we already bought it for the Xbox 360. And like, principle, we're like, we're not going to buy
Right.
the same game twice, but we did do it for Skyrim, and then they announced it for the Switch. We both have the Switch, and we're like, we cannot buy Skyrim 3 times. That is, I wouldn't be able to sleep, look at myself in the mirror if I bought Skyrim 3 times. I can't do it.
But of course, and they showed off a lot of other VR games. But of course, the best game, quite honestly, and it's been overlooked. I cannot believe how it didn't top all of our lists as literally the best game of E3.
What is this?
Final Fantasy 15 Fishing.
You're
is that a
right.
thing?
Literally,
My bad.
it's a VR game.
Where you fish?
You fish as the characters of Final Fantasy 15.
I don't know
missed
about
that
VR.
one.
Sorry, that's a whole different conversation.
Well, I know we can.
I don't know about video games.
VR. It's the thing. It's like okay, cool. I want to play it sometime. I want to experience it, but I'm just like, all right.
Some people love fishing, man.
I know, but I saw that.
Why Final Fantasy
I
fishing?
don't
this
know.
came
What,
on, and I
what
was
does
like,
that add to the
what
experience?
is happening right now? It was a very odd experience to see that this is being announced. But yeah, so there we
Funny
go.
if someone just came on stage at like the Sony press conference. They're just like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me for like 10 minutes, and then they leave. It's like,
Like, what was that about?
yeah, that's what the VR fishing say. It's like, look at this, look at this, look at
Yeah,
this. Look
that's
at this.
pretty much what it was. So there was a lot of cool stuff announced. I mean, overall, like I feel like I was definitely more excited last year at the end of E3 than I was this
Really?
year.
I don't
I was
know.
more excited this year.
I'd say I'm more excited this year
Well,
too.
because there is a whole lot of Switch stuff.
yeah,
Again,
Mario Odyssey's gonna be cool.
okay, so I mean, let me preface that with I get really excited for Sony's every year
Yeah,
because
and
I've been a
so Sony
PlayStation
was a
fanboy,
little-
and Sony was a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Like I said, I did have plenty. I mean, I'm not going to have any shortage of games. Ubisoft's got some great ones. Sony still has some great ones. Microsoft does have some good ones coming for the Xbox, just not as many as I would like because the Xbox needs to focus on getting exclusives, or it's going to be dead in the water.
Whatever,
but
they
and the
didn't
Xbox One
mention
S is
any
going to do
Halo
jack
6
shit for them.
things.
No Halo at all.
That's surprising.
I thought they were going to close out the show with it.
At
They kind
least, like,
of hinted at something
Halo
like
6 thing, like,
but they didn't do anything.
why not?
Yeah.
So easy.
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Oh, I
That's
saw
the other
that.
big one from
yeah.
from
You know what's funny?
PS4.
I was going to talk about that game last episode.
Oh, really?
For deaths, like if we had had the time, that was the game I was going to talk about. So I was like, I knew it. I'm so psychic. I'm always
knew.
ahead
Oh,
of the
you
game.
knew.
Top of the ball.
That's why you do the news segment.
I know. No
Come
one
on,
will
Mogan.
believe me though. Now that it's after the fact, it's like,
I know, it just
oh,
looks like you're
Mogan's
just
a
trying to-
liar.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just
right.
looks like I'm an
Wait a
asshole. And it's
minute.
like, no,
Don't they
really,
record these
it was on
episodes
the
early?
notes.
Oh man, but so yeah, a lot of good stuff came out. A lot of stuff to be looking forward to. I mean, the end of this year is chock full of a bunch of
It
games.
is. I'm gonna be dead broke.
Oh, for sure.
I'm
Like now that I have a whole
Oh
nother
my
system
gosh.
to get games for, oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do with
What's
myself?
gonna happen? You're gonna actually have a panic attack. What am I gonna? Can't enjoy yourself.
We're all gonna have to get second jobs.
Yeah.
I know. Gonna have to start selling Fender out on the street.
Yep.
Oh no, poor Fender.
Poor
This is why he
Fender.
has
Be
depression.
a drug
Fender's
running
sad.
dog or
Our
something.
producer's
I don't
sad.
know.
Our
He is sad.
producer's
Not
sad.
enough Patreon
He's sad that there's-
supporters. He's so sad.
Oh man, but no. So there's a lot of good stuff. I'm really excited to see some of this stuff that's coming out and to actually get my hands on and play it. Did you have a moment with Mogan, or were you just like
This was the moment with Mogan.
That's what I intended.
You should call this episode "Moment with Mogan."
There we go.
E3 moment with Mogan.
The wrap up.
But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what we get more information of out of the rest of the year. But yeah, I definitely am super excited for a lot of these games to come out.
Yeah.
You know that Dishonored expansion? Also for Xbox. No excuse.
Well, that concludes our wrap up of E3 2017. A lot of cool games, lots of fun coming all the way to all of our consoles that we know and love. But before we go, Zach has a hint for us.
I do.
For the music contest for this week's episode. Hit us with what you got.
Zeppelins or tanks? It doesn't matter. Just push through the line. Could you tell I was making that up? I did text you the song, but I forgot to make a hit. I made that up.
Zeppelins or tanks, whichever, push through the line.
Oh, you put me on the spot there.
There we go. That is your hint for this
You agreed
week.
to this in advance.
I totally forgot. I did pick a song and I texted it to you.
I know. I got the link.
Okay. Did you see what?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, bro.
It's all cool, buddy.
It's all cool, man.
But that is your song contest for this week. Zeppelin or tank, it doesn't matter. Push on through.
Oh, God.
And with that, this concludes this episode of Team Chat Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jerrett Wilson, joined to my right by Rachel Mogan.
Good night.
And to my left, Zachary Parks.
Good evening.
We'll see you all next time. Stick around for the song.